Hi! Wait, what's the fuck? Why is my model not moving? I'm frozen. Oh, it's an ad. Okay. Hi, VD. Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Wait, this ad doesn't have a close button.
Restart the program?
I'm just gonna have to actually buy it live on stream. I should have done this forever ago. Okay, it works for now. How long will that last? How long will that last? Hi, VD. How you been? Oh.
How long
No.
will that
Alright,
last?
there's the ad again, and there's no close button.
Again.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Cool.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
It was there last time too. I just didn't see it because they made it look like part of the ad. How do I... Filters. I just need to make this happen automatically. But yeah, last stream was kind of sad. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah?
I was saying, yeah, it was kind of sad, wasn't it?
It was. You're just so bad. What? I think we have some archives coming up too. Wait.
Yeah.
My son is on.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, it's just tired. But yeah,
Are you sure that someone isn't sending you pictures of Alco smirking?
Hi everyone, I definitely didn't disconnect. Wait, okay, now I actually have to join the call again. No. Hello? Sorry. I love you.
I love you. You know you can't run away from the stream, right? Only me.
How did I forget that? How did I forget that? Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I love you.
It's because you're adorable. I love you.
Also, it's not lagging this time. I don't know why.
Maybe it had to do with what you removed from your computer.
What? Oh, right. Yeah, that was kind of sussy. The other thing that we used to double broadcast to YouTube during the 24-hour stream got flagged as a virus.
Yeah, after you removed it, I stopped needing to take so many fucking captchas.
Wait, do you actually think that's... Oh no.
I think it might have been, yeah. Sussy.
I should reset my computer after the stream then. Oh, I can have all the effects back.
No, well, you don't necessarily need to reset it, because it's gone now.
I guess. And I'll also bring the grail back.
I would change some passwords after the stream, but you know.
Okay, but even the grail is fine? What the fuck? Even
oh
the
my
grail
god, he was
is
using
fine.
your OBS.
Yeah, OBS is like 60 on the screen, or 36%.
I'm saying it was using your OBS.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Probably. Okay. Okay, now I'm so glad we got that fixed. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very indisciplined last year. You're studying together.
That Alco doesn't get to live a simple life.
She doesn't get to have simple morals.
And she doesn't get to just play guitar.
Stop hurting me.
No.
Nossie stabbed me and you're twisting the knife.
Yes.
Just like I'm sure Nossie's about to do during the stream. That mushroom back there is there because it stabbed me multiple times. We all need to get stabbed a little bit sometimes, right? Emotionally.
I mean, I guess surgery is pretty common. So, like...
I've never had surgery. Let's not change that.
Wait,
it's
really?
actually incredible with my health issues.
Yeah.
Just... Oh my god. I can't believe that is probably the weirdest quote I've ever said out of context. I'm sure there's like 30 clips that prove that wrong, but... Alright, let's get started here. Oh my god, it's so much better. That was it. I had a virus. Cool. That was definitely it. Alright, I need to automate the color filter. I thought I could keep up with that. Okay. I also see the name of the plugin if anyone who watches this is a streamer. It's OBS multi RMTP, I think is it? If you're watching this on YouTube, check the description and I'll say something about it there. Including if it's somehow not a virus, but it probably is. Okay, where's the... Oh, we need to update the patch. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, I'm just gonna... Windowed protector. And then... There we go. Cancel. Is it the... Do I do it in the eShop? No! Thanks to the chat.
Hello, Mero.
Hi! Thanks to the water. No.
Yep. Drink some water and then just try opening the program, basically.
Yep. Oh wait, will it update automatically?
It should.
Also, it's forcing me to update my Switch. It's forcing me.
Good.
I've been holding off on updating my Switch for...
Why?
Since we started this?
Oh, because you only ever open the Switch when it's time to stream.
And I'm impatient. I don't want to wait for an update. I don't want... Wait, was that all? It only took a few seconds.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a computer update and take forever. Alright, will MiHoYo update automatically, or do I have to do something?
It should update just the second that you try and open it.
It just downloaded update data for MiHoYo. So I think it's good.
Yep. Should be.
Okay. Oh, sorry,
We've
just
been
that
missing out on that every time.
Oh.
By keeping it open.
Oh my god. Okay, we're not doing that anymore. We're closing it every time. Depictions of violence and a disturbing nature. Yeah, I think that's... Is there a single Nasu work that doesn't?
Maybe that book for children's?
I'm actually incredibly curious about that. I would like to read that at some point. Can we just continue? I can. I think you're gonna need a stream though. Unless you've been watching somehow this whole time.
I am gonna need a stream.
Okay.
Or very specifically, just virtual camera view.
Wait, is Discord gonna be what makes it lag? Wait, was it Discord this whole time? No. No, I had a virus. I had a virus. Wait, hold on. If we take it here. Okay, it is lagging. It is lagging. Okay, it was Discord. It was Discord. Discord is the worst program.
That's a little less viscerally disgusting to me.
It's also more of a problem though, because it's not gone.
Yeah.
Alright, let's start. Alright, you good to go?
Yeah. I've been good to go.
Also, by the way, that Type Moon starting sound is so nostalgic for me.
Yeah, it's been around basically as long as you've existed. As you.
Wait, has it? Wait, when was Tsukihime released?
What? I mean, 1998, but I meant just, like, mentally.
Oh, right. Yes and yes! The second day of exams ended, and Sojiro was on his way back to the mansion. The road grew steeper and the woods thicker as he made his way up to the familiar slope. People in the town called it not a hill, but a mountain, simply because it took over 20 minutes to climb. Yeah, I remember, like, back where I used to live, there was, this mountain called... Alright, let's not say the name of the mountain.
Yeah,
the name of the town. I don't want to dox me, Mom! I'm sorry.
It was a mountain, it was a town that referred to a nearby mountain that wasn't a mountain.
It was a small hill. It was a small hill! I just really wanted to say mountain.
You still live on a hill.
Dun, dun, dun. Wait, didn't you drive by a like menacing looking church on a hill once?
Yep. It was just alone in the middle of a fucking desert. The nearest town was like 30 miles out or whatever in Wyoming. And there's just a lone church on a little plateau.
I would not trust the priest there. This did not sit well with Sojiro, for whom a mountain was something that could not be overcome so easily. He's like, this isn't a mountain. The road was paved, for one thing, and the canopy overhead let in plenty of sunlight to guide the way. None of the inclines were especially steep, and no animals lurked in the underbrush. I actually wonder, for wild animals, is it harder to walk on roads and sidewalks? Than, like, rough terrain?
For animals? I don't think so.
It might be harder on them though. Like they're
I don't think it's harder, rather. That's what I meant to say.
It's probably harder in the fact that they're not used to it. There is no chance of losing his way. No reason to worry about getting lost. How sad. I'm still complaining. Sajida quietly reprimanded himself for getting so wrapped up in his own little world. In the past few weeks since moving here, he had been constantly comparing this town with his former mountain home. Normally, he would not get upset over it, but in recent days, since meeting Alka, as it happened, he'd become rather hung up on the differences. The reasons for this eluded him, but he knew that Alka was a force that could not be stopped. This naturally made him want to quicken his own pace. He was running. No, I'm not gonna cry. The mansion where they had lived was... Okay, no.
What if I called the mansion lonely?
I lose. You didn't mean to. You didn't mean to. Didn't mean to. The mansion where they both lived was the antipathy,
yeah.
Was the antipathy of her lively personality. It stood out like a sore thumb, even in a town like Misaki. That's always been a really weird saying.
Like a sore thumb?
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess if it's...
Well, because the thumb is the largest finger, and so if it's sore, it's presumably, like, swollen.
I did not know that they swelled up.
What?
Like when they're sore? I guess if you, like, injure it.
Hit it, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
just used to, like... I'm just used to, like, carpal tunnel. Some people said it was haunted. There were no ghosts, per se, but it was inhabited by magicians, so their claims were closer to the truth than they could have possibly known. Much like my claims. Worth Speaking of which, I wonder, between ghosts and magicians, which would be more surprising? Lost in contemplation as he was, the boy failed to notice how his own lack of familiarity with city life played into the equation. In any case, none of his pondering changed what needed to be done. Tomorrow was the last day of exams. That meant he only had a little longer until Aoko stopped taking responsibility for his safety. Sorry, I didn't register the time skip for a second.
No, it's only a couple days.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. He's still living there. Sorry. I thought I skipped to the end of that. If possible, today was going to be the day when the mansion's owner accepted his continued residence there. Oh, right. The other half of the scene. Soichiro slipped between the trees encircling the mansion and walked down the naturally tree-lined avenue that led to the front door. Here it goes. Taking in a deep breath, he stepped across the threshold. The drawing room was where he expected to find Alice. However, he found himself face to face with the most unexpected scene. What's the scene? Oh god. A few steps in, he arrived at a large foyer extending from the mansion's entrance. But one thing was clearly out of place. Okay, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Was that vase always there? Was that vase always there? It probably was.
It's gonna be a sprite.
The foyer of the mansion was like the hall of a medieval castle. I keep expecting it to be the next line! It was illuminated by the cold winter sun, casting down through the skylight, unaided by artificial light. The wooden tiles smelled of the outdoors. And there was Alice, dressed in all black, huddled against a column so enormous it resembled a sharply cornered tree trunk. What? Alice? The mansion was quite literally supporting her frail body. Alice? Like a mother's lullaby or a gently rocking cradle. Look at that art. So good. The heavy atmosphere within this old building suppressed even the slightest stir, almost as if warding away any disturbance to her slumber. There she slept, in the shadows of home, hidden away from outsiders, her sleeping figure was enough to mesmerize anyone who laid eyes upon her. She fell asleep. Sojiro instinctively looked up at the ceiling out of sheer awkwardness. He wanted to surprise her, but not in this way. Her slender frame lay asleep by the fireplace. The scene was as beautiful as a painting, yet hard on his heart at the same time. Her slumber seemed breathless. She was too still, with not even a hint of movement. And yet, slumped against that frigid column under the cold winter sky, happiness appeared to be her blanket. A passerby would not be blamed for thinking that she was in the most peaceful state of eternal slumber, death. It's scary how close those two can look sometimes. She must be pretty cold. She must be pretty cold. Sojiro spoke to himself as he gazed idly upon her. Bringing her a blanket or something warm did not so much as cross the boy's mind. Instead, as odd as it sounds, the first thing he thought to do was go prepare some tea. He made sure to be as quiet as possible.
It sounds like he knows her. On some level, at least.
I'm thinking. He made sure to be as quiet as possible as he opened up the drawing room door.
As quiet as a mouse? Where mouse?
Hey, stop making fun of my theories! It's definitely not the most ridiculous one that I've thought of. On the table, waiting for him, were 3 pills. They were the medicine Elko required him to take every day when he arrived home. Gulping down the vaguely sweet pills and continuing on to the kitchen, you selected a box of tea from among the many in the cabinet and brewed enough for 2 people. Is it bad that that word still gets me? Alice was still asleep when he returned to the foyer. How would they know each other?
I just meant that, like, he's figured out more about who she is.
Okay. Careful not to make any noise, he crouched close to the ground. He was startled by how cold the floor felt through his pants. He thought it would be warmer here by the fireplace, but then again, he recalled how Alco had referred to it as a useless hole in the wall. It was likely the case that neither she nor Alice knew how to use it properly. After taking the teacups from the tray and placing one in front of each of them, Sojiro carefully pulled his textbook on classical literature from the satchel. I'd better get to work, or Aosaki will get mad at me again. He could still see her angry face from this morning. Oh yeah, right. The reason for her anger was still as much of a mystery as the unusual look he saw briefly come across her face. In any case, one thing was certain. I needed to start studying for tomorrow. Thanks to Alco's instruction, today's exams went well enough, but tomorrow's would be an even more formidable challenge. After how angry she was this morning, he could not expect her to help him again tonight. Which means I'll probably do poorly, and then she'll get mad at me again. Not that my grades have anything to do with her in the first place. He complained under his breath as he cracked open his textbook. Apparently, he had intended to spend his time in this fashion until Alice finally awoke. The sound of the pages turning was the only audible noise in the grand hall. There was no ticking of clocks or rustling of leaves to disturb her sleep. After a few hours, Sojiro quietly rose to his feet. The light that filled the foyer was beginning to turn from white to red. Time to go to work. He glanced again at Alice as he stretched his stiff back. She slept in perfect stillness, just as she had this entire time. Sojiro arched his brow in speculation. He had no idea what her normal sleeping schedule was like, so he had no idea as to whether he should wake her. Never mind. Aosaki will be home soon anyway. She'll be fine. As if reaching the end of a long train of thought, Sojiro gave a quick nod of his head and took his leave of the mansion. Today, work was a shift at the Chinese restaurant in Misaki's shopping district, the Mad Bear. That was good.
Yeah. Should I count up again?
Yeah. Again, there's just something so weird about seeing someone sleeping in front of you. You especially.
Yeah? Really?
It's not weird, it's just a big thing, you know? Just that line about how close it looks to death.
Yeah, I don't have that myself, just because maybe it has to do with how much you sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, do I
just
sleep
see
a
you
lot?
in bed, I assume. Yes, because you're always in bed, so you fall asleep way too easy.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's really annoying, actually.
Yeah.
Keeping a schedule's been rough, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
God, this music kicking in after that. It's good though.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that it's just an everyday thing. These are everyday days.
It's so good. I love you.
I love you.
That's just how things are.
Yeah.
Get up, go to the next thing. The uniforms have been made by someone with an obvious preference for garish colors.
Garish.
Garish. I was so close. The orange apron was being challenged today. Emblazoned.
Emblazoned.
But I had one. The orange apron was emblazoned emblazoned with a cartoonish polar Blair. Wow.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
It's tears in your eyes to properly concentrate.
Just a little bit.
Little
Slashing a walk into its powerful claws. Okay, so the message they're trying to convey with this is that they destroy their equipment quite frequently. I see. The design resembled warning signs about wild animals seen in the mountains and stood out in Misaki for its one-of-a-kind originality. This is the Chinese restaurant, the Mad Bear. Isn't that the one with the chef that's not very nice?
Yeah.
Aside from its name and logo, the restaurant was the type of cheap, hole-in-the-wall drive that could be found anywhere, or dive.
Yeah.
It faced competition from the ever-increasing number of chain restaurants, though it had managed to last longer than the other dining spots, having received rave reviews on a regular basis. Sorry, my brain was just thinking drive-thru.
Yeah.
The Mad Bear prioritized personal touch, focusing on its local clientele, and thus made a point to offer home delivery. It had earned the affectionate moniker QKS, the Quick Killer Stop. Making these deliveries was Sojiro's responsibility for the time being, which is why he dressed up!
He's the cat!
He's the cat boy! Places in Misaki within cycling distance fell under his domain. Anything beyond that was handled by a more experienced staff member. On the legendary 50cc Kim Salmon motorbike. What the fuck? That name. Will we ever get to see it?
You'll never guess what a buddy in Yashiraoki told me.
When delivery workers were not...
buddy in Yashiraoki told me.
When delivery workers were not out on deliveries, they spent entire shifts bussing tables or washing dishes. The dinner rush was yet to come, and Sojiro and his fellow delivery boys were shooting the breeze while washing dishes in the back. Shooting the breeze.
Have you not heard that before?
Nope.
Yo, Shizuki.
Also, I swear his hairline is worse and he has his hat on.
Yes, it is, because it
like,
it
way
plays back.
worse. Way worse.
Yeah.
I'm listening, Kinomi. I'm listening. I was wondering when that was gonna happen. The two were elbow deep in a giant sink as they enthusiastically scrubbed. At least, that was what they pretended to do while they gossiped.
He said it's not just that Japanese place, you know? Kenya? You know Kenya? He heard Imperial Metropolis and Messiah and... Messiah? And Messiah and here in Misaki got orders too.
そんなに肉が欲しいなら下市に行けばいいのにな。なんだって生肉だの大物の鮭丸ごとだのを出前させやがるのか。
I mean, if you want that much meat, just go to Shitaichi. Man, who the heck orders raw meat and an entire salmon?
どうよ。こう露骨にヤバそうな話じゃね？ワニとかアザラシでも飼ってるんじゃねえかな、そいつ。
Hell yeah, there's some weird shit going on at that place, for real. Maybe they have a pet alligator or something.
That would be incredible.
確かに珍しい話だと思う。
Oh my god, he doesn't know!
ワニってなんだ?
I've definitely
right,
never
'cause
heard
it
of an
wouldn't have
order
been in
like
the
that
mountain there.
before. What's an alligator?
ワニはワニだろう。だっせ。
An alligator's an alligator.
まあ俺もね。
Very helpful.
An alligator's an alligator, dude! You've really never seen one? I mean, I've never actually seen one in real life either, but I know what an alligator is.
So he's definitely not a were alligator then? I mean, I didn't know I was a girl for like...
Yeah, it's true.
long
That was
time,
really
so-
embarrassing. Everyone else
Maybe
knew.
it's-
Everyone.
Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible. No, it's not possible.
Like, I cannot stress enough how much everyone else knew.
I just remember my coming out stream and everyone was like, wait, aren't you already out? Aren't you already out?
Yeah.
Didn't you come out like a year and a half ago?
You know what? I'll lend you my tape of the world's most terrifying animals episode on Africa.
This was a familiar pattern of conversation between the two, especially now that Kinomi was used to Sojiro's lack of general knowledge. Is this how you
Unlike-
felt?
Yes.
Is this how you felt when
Yes.
talking to me?
Yes.
Ah,
Simply
Columbo
put,
from
yes.
Star Wars.
Yes. Columbo from Star Wars.
I am a little smarter now. I know that Columbo has his own show.
You're so cute.
I love you. Wait, does he not? Does he not have his own show? Wait, he doesn't? What show is he from?
He's from Columbo. He does have his own show.
Okay. Sorry, I just assumed I was
wasn't
wrong.
gaslighting you. I was just laughing at you, and you just.
Because I was proud for
reaction.
knowing that. Look, we all we all have our own goals, okay? And they're all valid.
It's so fucking cute. I
I
love
love
you.
you. I love you. Their banter was interrupted by the delivery phone. The manager snapped up the receiver and quickly jotted down the order and address. Once he hung up, everyone in the kitchen did their best to avoid making eye contact with him. Nobody wanted to go rushing out for a delivery on such a cold day. I knew it! I knew it was... Poor Sono-G.
Shizuki, this one's a little far away, but I want you to handle it.
Also, by the way, this is the guy that I expected to call him Sono-G, not the one who actually does.
Wait, why?
I don't know. It's just, using a nickname feels... It's just funny hearing Tobimaru use a nickname. I guess, is it the voice?
I suppose it is.
Yes, it's the voice. It's definitely the voice. That's why it's so funny when you say it in that voice.
In my approximation of Octopimp's Patrick Bateman voice.
Sono-G.
Sono-G.
Yeah, there is. The manager singled Sojiro out for the task, seemingly unfazed by his staff's laziness. Oh, that was the manager.
Yeah.
Okay, my brain was meta as the hairline guy. That's his...
There's the order, and it's an unusual one, so keep it to yourself, okay?
The hairline guy, that's how my brain categorized. Kenobi. Here's the name.
The hairline guy.
The manager tore the sheet with the order and address written on it from his memo pad. Sojiro took one look at it before a grimace quietly spread across his face. Wait a second. Is it to the mansion?
Manager?
Boss?
Yeah?
The manager stared right back at him, as if he could tell what he wanted to say. It's the mansion, isn't it? It's the mansion. Alka won out. They got DoorDash.
Look, I know what you're thinking, but I've been in this business a long time, and this is far from the strangest thing I've seen. It's no big deal.
Oh, they're
Now,
not gonna tell us. Okay.
Help me get the stuff from cold storage. It's obviously raw meat.
Wait, someone ordered raw meat?
Did you not hear the conversation that led to him talking about alligators?
Sorry, my brain just... Wait. Sorry, my brain just couldn't
That was the
register
whole point of the conversation.
My brain just couldn't register the fact that someone would order raw meat from a restaurant. Also, it was too busy cheering on that last scene. Wait, do people actually order raw meat? I guess that they plan to cook it.
Like, for instance, I've heard stories about, like, people ordering, like, frozen, chicken nuggets from, like, chicken McNuggets to heat up themselves.
Wait, I remember. I think someone used to get, like, raw burger patties at the bowling alley I worked at. That... Okay. Okay, that's not that weird then, if they cook it at home. I thought they just ordered raw meat to eat it like that.
I mean, some people do, but, like... They're dumbasses?
Yeah, that's also a little dangerous.
Well, okay. If it's steak, that's a different thing. Entirely. That's like steak tartare. That can be safe.
If there's red in it, I won't eat it. I'd rather eat it burned. Sojiro stared in admiration as the manager, dressed in black, marched out of the kitchen, in his all-business way. Nowhere was free from the cold occurrence now and then. Or the odd occurrence. God, what is wrong with my brain shit? The music stopped. Oh no.
遅い。
You're late.
It was 10 at night.
After 10 at night.
Or after 10 at night. Sojiro had taken a small detour on his way home from work, and now faced an outraged Aoko. As expected. Seeing her so visibly irritated made him feel a rush of relief. He did not know why she was angry, but he could tell it was a different type of anger than what he saw earlier that morning.
遅いってまだ10時になったばかりだろう。どうしたんだ青崎。
Really? But it's only a little after 10. Did something happen, Aozaki? He set down the cardboard box he'd been carrying in his arms and glanced towards the fireplace. Alice? The sleeping girl was there no more.
違うわ。もう10時になったの間違いでしょ。
It's not only a little after 10. You arrived after curfew.
あんたってほんと自分がどんな状態にあるか分かってないのね。
You've got no clue why I'm angry, do you? That is the face of a man without any clues whatsoever.
Why is
He doesn't even have any... This is a man without even any blues clues.
Yeah, please.
いいから今に来て。
I haven't heard that name in so long. Alco?
Just come with me to the drawing room.
She walked briskly to the other side of the room without pausing, leaving Sojiro standing in confusion, head tilted to one side. He proceeded to pick his box back up and follow her after her eagerly. He removed his coat and hung it on a hanger as he entered the living room. Apparently, today was one of those days where Alice kept herself locked away in her room. On the table were the familiar pills. Oh.
説
Yeah,
明し
being
な
on
かった
time
私も悪いけ
is
ど、
important.
あなたも帰ってくる時間は守ってよね。
Especially when they're
こっち
poisons
はそ
and
のつもりで
antidotes.
作ってるんだから。
Uh-huh.
It's partly
Reminder,
my
I should
fault
take
for
my
not being
meds
more
right now.
clear about this. But you need to come home on time. Your curfew exists for a reason.
Aoko handed him the pills and a glass of water with an expectant look on her face.
薬なら出かける前に飲んだけど、体の調子だって悪くないし、そんなに慌てることか？
But I already took the pills before I went out, and I feel fine anyway. I don't think I need any more pills today.
は？なんだって私たちがあんたの健康を気にかけなくちゃいけないのよ。
This is because of Humpty Dumpty, isn't it?
Excuse me? You think this has anything to do with how you feel?
Eggs are
勘
dangerous.
違いしてるようだけど、あんたが帰ってくるたびに飲んでる。
Oh! Oh my god! Okay, it is poison! It's straight up just poison.
Let's get real. These pills that you take every day when you come home, they're poison.
即効性じゃないから、効き目は半日すると出てくるんだけど、その前に新しい毒薬を飲んでおかないと、古い毒が体に回ってばったりいくって寸法ね。
Oh, that's terrifying.
Slow acting poison, mind, and they take half a day to kick in. If you don't take more pills before that happens, the older poison will kill you.
アリスのやつ、これぐらいしないと信用できないって言い張ったのよ。
The Alice, yep. This is how much rope Alice is willing to give you.
ほら、分かったらさっさと飲む。
Get it? So drink up.
I had a feeling you're right. I wanted to believe that it was just an antidote for the dumpy poison, but nope.
Nope, it's a new poison.
私もこれ面倒だと思うし。
I'm enjoying this just about as much as you are.
近いうちもっと形のある方法を考えてみるか
Oh
ら。
no.
それまでこの方法で我慢して。
I wouldn't count that. I don't count that.
And
You wouldn't
until
count
I
that, right?
think of a way around this, you're going to have to deal with it.
You wouldn't count that, right?
Count what?
Accidentally, going through the text scroll. That doesn't count.
I
as
think
failures.
I'll count it as much as I already have.
So not at all. Cool.
That's not what I said.
No! No. 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 Maybe I misheard you for a second. Did you say that these pills I've been taking this whole time are actually bad for me? Sort of. Sojiro took the pills from her hand and gulped it down. The fact that it was poison gave him no pause at all. Wait, these
did
are
you say
actually
these were
poison?
Oop.
Sono-G. The fact that it was poison gave him no pause at all. And as for his roommate's tyrannical behavior, she showed no signs of standing up to it.
I'm the bone of my soul.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Wiz.
Can't fuck your name up.
Of
I can't
D.
do it. There's no way.
The toil of
It's
humanity.
the problem.
The toil of humanity.
Toil indeed.
We'll definitely never get context for that on a stream. Ever. Totally. Using poison to cancel poison? You two really are taking the old-fashioned approach, huh? Sojiro's face relaxed into a smile upon finding the funny side of the situation. I love it so much. I love these two. Aoko was utterly dumbfounded as how he could be happy at a time like this.
今日帰りが遅れたのはアパートまで荷物を取りに行っていたからなんだ。そういうことなら電話の一つでもすればよかった。
I was running late on the way home because I dropped by my old apartment to get all my stuff. You could have tried calling me if it was such a big deal, you know?
荷物ってまさかそれじゃないでしょうね。
Wait, is that all he has? Does it all fit in one box?
Like, is that everything?
His whole life just fits in a box.
He's
That's
not a
actually
very
incredible.
materialistic person.
Soju nodded emphatically as she pointed incredulously at the cardboard box in his hands. Yeah, it's very much not a bad thing. I hate how much stuff I have.
住んでいないのに家賃を払うのはバカらしいから今日で引き上げてきた。一応いつでも戻れるように話はつけてあるから3ヶ月ぐらいは大丈夫だよ。
What kind of landlord is that? I guess they could just not rent it out for 3 months.
Yeah.
It's stupid to pay rent when I don't even live there, so I thought I could just move everything out. But I arranged it so I can go back anytime within the next 3 months. I feel like losing out on 3 months of rent would not fly with most landlords.
Yeah, he might have paid in advance.
That's true. Rent? Oh, hell cow!
あ、そっか。そうよね。
Rent?
私ってばなんでそんなこと忘れてたんだろ
right.
う。アリスが聞いたら喜ぶわそりゃ。
Oh, right. How can I forget? Sure, Alice will be thrilled to hear about this.
A smile lost laughs and across her face, as they say. Oh, its face! It was the open, bold-faced look of a child who just came up with a mischievous plan. Sojiro shook with fear at the thought of what that smile might bring his way. This is not a menu. I'm just looking.
けどずいぶん少ないのね、荷物。段ボール一箱分しかないの？
You sure? You sure don't have much. That one cardboard box contains all your worldly possessions?
そうかな。十分多いだろう。それよりアリスは自室か？
This is a lot to me. This is a lot to me. Alice upstairs.
ちょっと前に戻ったわ。珍しく食後もここに残ってたんだけど、待ちきれなかったみたいね。
So
She
was
just
awake
went to her
for dinner
room.
too.
Although she stayed at the dinner table longer than usual, I guess she got tired of waiting. Aw, that's sweet. She waited for him.
She gives. I don't know why I asked Sono-G there.
Having
She's-
trouble, having trouble with something?
She gives Sojiro a meaningful look while continuing to smile that sinister smile.
待ちきれなかったって。
What's
Nice.
wrong? You okay?
I'm fine. She got tired of waiting for what?
そりゃあ、アリスが眠ってるのをいいことに、在庫のないフォションと
Wait,
ブル
this
ーキャリコを
tease-
勝手に使ってくれたどこかの誰かさんにお仕置きするためなんじゃない？
Oh no!
I imagine she wanted to punish whoever decided to use the last for a Fauchon and blue calico.
Blue calico?
お
Look at his face.
ってあのお茶の葉？
Oh no! He did! He said. Of course he did. Why do I know that name? I think Fauchon is the brand of tea I used.
そう、私もびっくりしたけどね。アリスがどっかで寝入るのはよくあることだけど、紅茶を用意して眠る
Oh
のは
no!
初めてだったから。
It sure is. To be honest, even I was shocked when I first walked in. And she falls asleep all over the mansion. But I've never seen her
Oh.
prepare tea first.
So this is a common occurrence.
どんな心境の変化か知りたくて起こしたら、アリスの方が驚いてたわ。一体誰の仕業なんだって。
I woke her up to see if she was okay, and she was just as surprised as I was. They couldn't imagine who would do such a thing.
Sono-G. Sojiro clapped his hands together as if remembering something important. He had forgotten to clean up the tea before leaving. He just left it there. He left the evidence there. The regret written from forehead to chin delighted Alco immensely.
そうか。それじゃあアリスは怒っていただろ
I see. How mad was she?
当然、コマドリがとばっちりでドリブルされてたしね。
It has a name.
Pretty mad.
Robin.
Robin was all aflutter too.
Alright, this is a long shot, but... Of course, I'll go to one
う。
now.
俺でも怒る。片付けをきちんとし
Is
ない
there
と
somehow a bird
だら
line
しない
there?
にも程がある。
Well, I'm mad at myself too, if that helps. I can't believe I forgot to take them back to the kitchen. Sojiro harshly scolded himself for his failure.
論点違う。あのね、寝顔を間近で見てアリスは
That's the reason!
No! No, dummy! She's mad at you because you sat and watched her sleep!
え？そうかな。アリスはそういうの気にしないと思うんだけど。
Oh, I didn't think she would mind all that much.
I mean, not even guilty sounding, right? He's just like,
Just-
oh,
I
I
didn't
didn't think she would mind all that much.
I didn't think she would mind all that much. Oh, Sono-G. It's true. You're the only person I'd be comfortable with watching me sleep.
Yeah.
あんたはそうかもしれないけど、私たちは気にするの。
Well, we do mind when you watch us sleep, just so you know.
Elko's glare was enough to make glass shatter. There was an indescribable intensity in the way she said that.
それは青崎たち限定の話か？
You mean it's a personal peeve for you and Alice?
Pet
Or
peeve.
for you and Alice? Also, I'm realizing my dyslexia gets better as we go, so I should try reading some stuff out loud before the stream. And then maybe I can skip the warm-up period entirely.
Maybe.
Because I flub things a lot less when we get more into the stream.
世間一般での常識よ。自分が気にしないからって他人もそうだと思ってると、いつか火傷するからね。
No, it's common sense. If you go around assuming that other people feel the same as you, the same way as you, you're asking for trouble.
Fish out of water. Bear out of mountain. Where bear out of mountain?
でもそれだったら
I thought that was just the joke you were already making.
問題ないか？
Yes, it was.
見かけたら放っておけないだろう。こんなの
Huh? But isn't it kind of her fault for falling asleep in the foyer in the first place? It would be stranger if I saw her like that and didn't want to look out for her. Is it really that concerning if I fall asleep in like random places? Like, for her, she was slumped against the thing, so yeah, that makes sense. But like, is it concerning when I do it? Because it's usually just on the couch or on the bed.
No, because you usually find a place to lay down. Here it was concerning for him because, like,
Oh no,
she was
that
just sleeping
one's
on
fair.
the floor, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I just said that one was fair, but like...
Like, if you were sleeping on the floor, I would be absolutely worried for you.
Especially on these floors.
Yeah.
I have fallen asleep on the floor before. Oh, a big one used to be falling asleep in the shower.
Ugh.
I would do that constantly.
That's incredibly worrying.
It wasn't for very long, like 5 minutes.
Still, like, once you're out, you can't, like, control your body. So, like, you would just fall, wouldn't you?
Oh, it was usually leaned against the wall, and if, like...
Still, if you slip, like... you could
Yeah,
hurt
no,
yourself,
it wasn't
you
good.
know?
It wasn't good at all. It was like... Maybe that wasn't actually sleep. Maybe it was just dissociation. It would always be when I was getting ready for school. Okay, let's...
Alright,
I'm
never
fine now.
mind.
I'm fine now.
Don't
Sorry,
worry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that... I'm fine, don't worry. I did not mean to fall on that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, it's not bad, alright?
I just don't want to overshare anything.
It's okay, alright? Now hold on. I sent you a DM. Look at it. It should cheer you up.
Thank you. Wait, you didn't send me a DM. Oh, you did.
I
In the
didn't.
past. I love you.
I love you.
But yeah, just don't worry. I'm okay. Things are fine. Look, when there's lacerating, I just noticed that always happens with there's. Just
Look, I appreciate that's what you thought. You just have to understand that's how the lady of the house is.
この洋館内であなたが出会ったあらゆる不義不始末、 失敗失態の責任は宗十郎に押し付けられるの。
While you live here, responsibility for any and all mistakes or bad judgment on your part will be laid at your feet and your feet alone.
この意味わかる？
Do you get what I'm trying to say here?
Ako's question sent Sojiro into a trance of deep thought until he finally uttered,
つまり
No.
ここはアリスの自治領なんだな。
So in other words, I'm in Alice's kingdom now?
はい、よくできました。正確には私とアリスのだけどね。領主は何をやっても許されるってことよ。
Yes, congratulations. Although technically this kingdom belongs to both me and her, which means what we say goes.
She smiled as she spoke and plopped herself down on the sofa. Sojiro remained standing behind the sofa opposite her as he ran over the conversation again and again in his head. The notion of this being their kingdom made him realize that he actually had no idea where the girl had come from or their family's background. Oh no.
青崎、君ご両親はどうして
Oh
る？
no! Oh no!
Where are your parents?
Oh.
No, that's you. That's you. That's
Where are
you.
your
Fuck, that's you.
parents, Aosaki? Oh no! Never ask that to a mage.
Never
And-
ask that to a Nasu protagonist in general.
Yeah. He inadvertently blurted out, this question being the foremost on his mind. Okay, here we go. The music is gonna change.
生きてるわよ。三崎町から下りに4駅行った東川ってところの地主。死は祖父だけど、今は隠居して両親と一緒の土地に住んでるわ。
They're alive and well. They own a place in Tokawa, 4 stops from Misaki. And everything I know from my grandfather, who's retired now and lives with them. Wait, he's alive?
I don't think he is. Is she not telling the truth? They said he died earlier. They said he died. I remember that.
Wait, when?
Like, I'm pretty sure they said he died, like, towards the beginning of the VN.
Interesting.
I don't think he's alive. She might be lying, though.
Just because it's also totally a Nasu move to just, like, randomly pull, oh yes, this extremely, like, important character who's, like, so influential over everything. Yeah, he's just, like, retired and living with his kids.
I actually love that. Huh? Sounds like a pretty normal family. That absolutely blindsided me. I was expecting the music to change or cut out.
I know, I heard you say that.
Pseudo-Prophet activates yet again. This time canceling the theory instead of affirming it. Sojiro had imagined something more outrageous for a family of magicians.
両親はね、父さんにはあんまり魔術回路は作られなかったみたいだから、その分私には2世代分の潜在能力があるって祖父は言ってるけど、どうだか。
Sure, as far as my parents go. My father sucked as a mage. My grandfather says it skipped a generation, so I get double the power. But I'm not so sure about that.
She's got a lot of power.
宗十郎の期待してるような一族はどっちかっていうとアリスの方よ。私と違って英国出身だからね。
She's from England, you know? I mean, clock tower.
I think Alice has more the type of family you're imagining. She's from England, you know?
Ako offered nothing more, as if to suggest that was as far as she was willing to reveal for now. Music cut out. Sojiro had insisted on talking to Alice directly, rather than hearing things secondhand, so chose not to go back on his word by pushing the topic further.
詳しくは本人から聞きなさい。アリスの紅茶好きもそこから来てるんだし。
Because she's English.
Ask her if you want to know more. Now you know why she loves English blends of tea so much.
そういえば、なんで今日に限ってリーフティーなんか入れたの？ティーバッグを使った方がまだマシだったでしょうに。
Speaking of which, why did you use tea leaves today of all days? You should have stuck to the tea bags.
青崎がそっちの方がいいって言ったじゃないか。アリスは紅茶にうるさいって。
But you said the leaves taste better, and also that Alice is picky about her tea. Oko was momentarily at a loss for words. Oh, look at the little sweat drop.
Yep.
He seems so oblivious most of the time, but apparently he was attentive to some details, at least selectively.
ま、いいわ。それより明日の放課後だけど、また一人で帰ってくれない？
Just forget it. Anyway, think you can make it home by yourself tomorrow?
年明けの行事があるんだけど、その場しのぎで行った餅つき大会が通っちゃってさ。明日も忙しいのよ、私。
No, I want mochi now.
They accepted my proposal for a mochi making festival in the new year, so I'll be pretty busy with that.
Sojiro nodded in acceptance. In fact, he had already been planning to do so before she even asked.
それはいいけど、体は大丈夫か、青崎。昨日から寝てないだろう。
I'll be fine, but what about you? Haven't... Sorry, I'm not a fish. I'm not a fish. I'm not a fish. Okay. I'll be fine, but what about you? You haven't slept since yesterday.
夕方に3時間ちょい仮眠を取ったから調子はいいわ。
Oh, I took a quick 3-hour nap earlier. I'll be fine.
Remember the 24-hour stream? Let's never do that again.
そういうあんたこそ体は持つんでしょうね。もう少ししたら昨日の続き始めるわよ。
48-hour stream, that's a different story.
Truly, it is a witch on the holy night.
Mm-hmm.
The witch was the real holy night we met along the way.
Whoa. Welcome.
What about you, for that matter? I hope you didn't forget about our session tonight.
Session? Oh, the studying session. Hey!
Yeah, no, Alco bought a whole fucking, like, Foundry server online that we couldn't go on to run in the mansion. So it would be really fucked up of him to just miss it.
Sono-G. She meant the all-night cramming session, of course. Like, that was obviously where my brain went first, but then I was just like... I think my brain flashed back to Stay Night, and it was just like, oh yeah, the magic training session, right? Needless to say, Sojiro was more than likely to struggle, given that he, too, had not slept a wink. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Doesn't sleep himself. All he can do was give a relieved smile. He thought back to the days just after he transferred here, when she watched his every move from the sidelines and showed him a startling amount of concern for him. Sono-G, don't jump out that window!
異例中の異例はありがたく受け取っておくとしよう。
I didn't forget. And besides, it's tougher on you than me, Aozaki. I'm still glad to be your exception among exceptions. His cheery response grated on her just a little. I love that phrase. So good.
Wow. You manage to forget everything except the most irritating little details, don't you?
She heaved her shoulders in exasperation and dropped her head as an excuse to look away from the beaming smile on his face. The following day, the last day of finals had ended without a hitch. Oh no, he didn't get to talk to Alice first. That final December hurdle was finally a thing of the past. But for all but one student, that is. To Sojiro, the greatest challenge was yet to come. Oh, he's out of time. He's out of time.
He's out of touch.
He bid farewell to his classmates, all jittery with excitement for the last day of the term, and headed into the Shironuzuka? Did I get it?
Shiro Inuzuka.
Shiro Inuzuka. It was close. The road home was no different than yesterday. Like he was reliving yet another day, striding up that hill. Yet today, there was a fierce determination in his steps. Today was his last chance, and he wanted nothing more than to talk to the girl. He did not care if she was cruel to him or ignored him, nor whether Alka was being truthful when she said that she could trap him in a Mirrorland, or something like that. All he really cared about was having the chance to speak with her face to face. But nothing is ever that simple. To tell the truth, what he found upon finally entering the mansion was not wholly unexpected.
Sleeping.
Yep. She sure sleeps a lot. No, not this song. The deja vu he was experiencing made him dizzy. Faced with an exact reenactment of the previous day, he could not help but blurt out what he was thinking. Alice was sleeping by the fireplace, just as she had done yesterday. The way her legs draped to one side resembled those of a princess in a children's book. She looked more comfortable than she had the previous day before. Miraculously, he had a rare flash of insight that enabled him to read the situation more clearly. What could Tobimaru be doing at school on his own? Upon glancing back at the entrance, he made his decision, took a deep breath, and rolled up his sleeves. If today was a reenactment of yesterday, then he supposed he would play along with that idea. Oh no. Sojiro removed his shoes and headed for the kitchen. He was off to prepare another ill-fated pot of tea. Since she was angry about him using her precious fortune, this time he would... Fashon. This time he... Wow, that was actually pretty good pronunciation the second time.
Yeah.
Fashon. This time he turned to Jackson's fruit and herb brew. Sadly, this was about as much as Sojiro could manage to amend his behavior. He had failed to realize that it was not the brand of tea that had landed him in hot water, but rather his incorrect brewing method. Sono-G. After filling the pot.
If you're landing in hot water while brewing tea, you're really brewing the tea wrong. You shouldn't be using that much water.
After filling the pot with tea, he carried it back to the foyer. kind of wild animation could play in a place like this, huh?
What kind, indeed?
The snark is gonna come back. That's what's happening. Any second now. I definitely didn't push the wrong button. The snark is gonna come back and Sono-G is gonna become aware of it. Weird dear. And then they're all gonna be... I don't know. His breath was visible in the cold air as he sat himself down by the fireplace. Sejiro took a sip of the fruity tea as he prepared himself and pulled his textbook from his bag. Exams were over now, but he had been instructed to take extra classes for the subjects from day one of school. Quite inevitable. Oh no. Yep. The foyer was warmer than outside, but still far from comfortable. It was enough to make anyone yearn for some source of warmth. Sejiro dove into his electronics textbook in the wind-chilled hall. The class was not very popular, which is why it had been recommended to him in the first place. The fact that everyone who took it started on equal footing made it more appealing to him than the other classes. That makes sense. Aozaki was right. Aozaki was right. He downed the rest of the tea, having no appreciation for its flavor, and refilled his cup. The tea was still warm, since the ceramic teapot had excellent heat retention. I can't seem to remember anything that's written down. He vaguely recalled their conversation as his eyes advanced across the page. The lack of lighting in the foyer was forcing him to rely on the illumination from the skylight. The light cut into the room at a diagonal angle in such a way as to divide the foyer into light and dark areas, with the fireplace in shadow. The room resembled an ancient ruin covered in ash. It's a good description. Or perhaps the quiet, forgotten world of a faded fairy tale. Look at those pictures. Just some trees. Oh, there's a mountain with a sunset there. Time slipped on by within the white walls of the room, hidden away from the sun. Okay, an animation did happen. A transition did happen. Okay. The minutes passed slowly for some time until the sound of a textbook slamming shut brought the room back to reality. Sojiro stretched his stiff back and eagerly got started on cleaning up. He put his textbook in the bag, placed his cup on the tray, leaving Alice sitting in front of her on the floor. Well, time to go to work. It's truly deja vu, he said unceremoniously. I'm having deja vu here, which I think is the point.
Yup.
I'm just like, I've led this against this success. Like, I literally stopped and think, like, wait, we've been here. Wait, yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. It tripped that in my brain, though. That's actually kind of impressive. It tripped that in my brain.
If it's going to be a redo of yesterday.
It tripped that in my subconscious. That's actually great. He spoke as if to convince himself that he had no other choice as he prepared to leave the sleepy foyer behind. It's just categorized as that in his mind now, isn't it?
I mean, it's that right now, because it's sleepy.
Yes.
It's the EP foyer.
Oh. but before he could... A sound behind him stopped him in his tracks. He turned around with his bag under his arm and tray in his hands, so as to not cause even a ripple in her teacup. He greeted her.
Yeah.
She woke up. Hey. Hey. In a light, easygoing manner. She remained seated next to the fireplace, like a black-eyed sleeping beauty. There she is. Her face was as still as a statue, almost no different than it had been in slumber. Alice. Looking at Alice now, he realized just how different she and Aoko really were. Aoko commuted her feelings openly, even if he could never quite tell where they came from. Her trademark expression of irritation would keep him guessing as to the reason she was angry, but to her credit, her emotional state was always clear. Alice, on the other hand, was completely unreadable. She might be angry, or then again sad. He could not tell either way.
何のつもり?
What do you think you're doing? Her question gave him a sinking feeling in the pit of his stomach. He could not decide whether it was animosity or perplexity that he heard in her voice. If the former, this was likely to turn into a replay of their interaction from the other night. An image of the shattered bottle sprang to his mind. Sejiro knew his response would be extremely important, and after struggling for a few moments, he finally worked up the courage to say something. Here we go. Just not the correct thing, unfortunately. Oh no! Oh no!
そうだな。一口じゃ説明できないから。座るよ。
Right, I felt that. It'll take a while to explain, so let me have a seat first. Let me have a seat first. He had no idea what the correct approach would be, so he simply did whatever came to his mind instead. She gave him no response. Her face said that she detested his presence, but he plowed ahead regardless. The Sono-G way. Sejiro took a seat and set down the tray once more. Their eyes matched. Her inscrutable gaze was enough to turn most people away. But the target of her animosity appeared to not notice it at all. I love
Head
him so
empty.
much! Head empty. Only where? No. It's not a bear. He's a bear deer. Yes.
ああ、遅くなったけど、こうして話がしたかったんだ、アリス。
Ah, well, I guess I should have done this a long time ago, but I've been wanting to talk to you about something else. Having suggested that it would take him time to explain, he managed to sum things up succinctly. Did I get that word right?
Yeah, succinctly.
Holy fucking shit.
青子とではなく
Not Alka. Me? Not Alka?
ん？そうだね。青崎とはもっと話したいところだけど、それよりは3人で話してみたい。
Well, I have lots to talk to Ozaki about. In fact, I think all three of us should sit down at some point. Alice found herself out of kilter, unable to read his true intentions. He's just so baffling to everyone. Sejiro continued on, failing to notice her bewilderment.
青崎は普段からアリスとは会話がないって言うんだ。それが俺のせいなら困るし、俺のせいじゃないならもっと困る。
Saki said you two rarely speak to each other. I'd feel bad if that's because of me, but I'd feel even worse if it isn't.
せっかく同じ場所にいるのに会話がないなんてもったいないと思うんだ。
It's sad if we live together, but never talk. Each word he spoke was heavy with emotion. Alice remained utterly unable to discern this boy's intentions. All she could parse was that there was something he wanted from her. But what could that be? What she found even stranger was that he was not speaking to her from a place of fear.
あなたは私が怖くないの？
Aren't you afraid of me? Aren't you afraid of me?
ああ、だってそう言えるほど俺は君をよく知らない。
I don't know enough about you. That's such an interesting approach to things, isn't it?
It's
No.
such an innocent approach.
Because it's usually the commonality is the more you don't know, or
Such a
the less you
simple
know, the
approach.
scarier. Oh my god! No, I don't know enough about you to be scared of you, to tell you the truth. Her gleaming eyes looked like they were made of polished quartz. His response had not been what she had expected. He spoke with pure honesty and unfettered truth. Such boldness, however, did not actually upset her. Their conversation ground to a halt. If you could ever call it a conversation in the first place. Alice grew tense, as if displeased by the strangely comfortable moment of silence between them. Sojudo endured her cold stairways. Sojudo endured her cold stare, showing no sign of flinching. By the way, when I say the wrong word, my brain actually reads the correct one, if that makes sense. I think I talked about it before, but it's like two different processes of reading it out loud and reading it and processing it.
Mine doesn't.
You don't have that?
Nope, when I read the wrong word, it's because my brain absorbed the wrong word.
話。
Interesting. Talk.
私と話をしたいと言ったでしょ。
You said you wanted to talk to me. It's just
なら好きにしてみたら。
so. Be my guest, whatever topic you like. It was more of a challenge than an invitation. He had neither a topic on hand, nor were they intimate enough to strike up a casual conversation. Nonetheless, her challenge hanged in the air, waiting for a response.
じゃあ、あの鳥の話を。ほら、そこにいる青い鳥。
We got the bird. Well, what about the bird? The blue one over there?
たまに見かけるんだけど、君の飼い鳥か？
I see it around, now and then. Is it your pet? That bird really wants to kill you.
それとも、ほら、なんて言ったかな。プロイだっけ？あの鳥もアリスの使い魔？
Or is it one of those, what are they called? Ploys? A magical familiar? Her eyes let slip for a moment a very natural response. It was annoyance. Such as that which one might feel towards a troublemaker.
あれもプロイだけど、私とは何の関係もないダッチョウ。
Oh,
随分
really?
古くからいるだけ。
Oh, that's so interesting.
私もよく知らないわ。
Yes, it's a ploy. Yes, it's a ploy. But the stupid bird isn't mine. It's lived here longer than I have, and I'm afraid I don't know much about it.
じゃあ勝手に住んでるのかこの家に。
You mean it just decided to live here of its own free will?
勝手になんて私が許すはずがないでしょ。
Of course not. I would never allow such a thing.
ロビンは本当に役に立たないけど、あんなのでも母から譲り受けたものだから、失敗続きでも特別に住まわせてあげてるの。
Robin's useless, but I inherited it from my mother. As such, I permit it to continue living here, despite its constant failures and shortcomings.
そっか、安心した。ここに住むの役に立たなきゃダメってわけじゃないんだね。
I see. That's a relief. Here I was thinking I'm the only useless one in this house. I get that. I get that. She turned away in silence to avoid looking at his hapless grin. Thus, Sojiro began Sojiro's very lengthy monologue. It started with his part-time job, then moved on to the school. Next came the amusement park and the random gossip around town. And last, the subject of rent. He spent all of 20 minutes on mindless small talk. Fuck. Then he ran out of things to say and finally stopped.
ごめん、アルバイトがあるから、もう行くよ。
Sorry, I'm on the clock soon, so I should get going. And that was that. From what I remember, Alice also isn't used to people, is she?
Nope.
After finally getting his long-awaited chance to talk to her, he realized he had no exit plan in place. So he returned the tray to the kitchen, placed his bag in the foyer, and headed for the door. She had never seen the boy so candid. Which was why, overcome with surprise, she found herself calling out to him.
待って。
Wait. She had no reason to do so, and yet she called out anyway.
何?
Yes? Smile. It's just...
今日はポットがあったけど。
I saw the pot you used today.
うん。昨日の反省点だったから、結局使ったのは自分だけだけど。
Oh, right. I wasn't going to make the same mistake as yesterday, but I guess I'm the only one who drank any today, so...
そう。そのポットはコーヒーとの兼用だから。
Use the coffee.
ハーブティーには合わないわ。
Oh my god, was she staying up later than usual at dinner just to tell him that? Just to be like, oh, by the way...
I think so. I think so.
Was the situation just like fuming about it for like hours? Like, oh, fuck that guy. Fucking idiot. And so he's like, oh, by the way, you should use the other pot.
Well, that pot is normally used for coffee, so you shouldn't put tea leaves in it. Sojiro's eyes grew wide with shock. Now, he had remembered that there had been all sorts of cups and teapots in the cupboard. Each one specifically designed for a different type of tea. What? Wait, that's a thing?
Probably.
Who knew there was so much to brewing tea?
慣れないことはするもんじゃないってことか。
I guess a beginner like me shouldn't mess with things he doesn't understand, huh? She let out a vexed sigh.
どうして私を起こさなかったの？
Why didn't she wake me? Either she had not heard what he said, or had been waiting this whole time for a chance to ask him that. In any case, her question was abruptly interrupted, or her question abruptly interrupted his stream of thought. He fell silent with introspection. The thought of waking her had not so much as crossed his mind, either that day or the previous one. Yeah, fancy. God, if I see someone, I usually just like, should I wake them up? That'd be rude though. I don't know what to do. And then I just leave. Tell me.
起こす気も起きることも期待していなかったのは
You didn't wake me. Did you expect me to keep sleeping? Or just keep sleeping? Her eyes were filled with animosity. Lies were useless against such an all-piercing gaze. The setting sun transformed the foyer into a battle of life and death. Lies or deceptive answers would not be permitted. Amidst the palpable tension that filled the room, where any move, wrong or otherwise, was likely to get him killed, he felt pain rather than fear. Alice's voice was icy cold, preemptively rejecting any response he was to give. Oh fuck. The boy vaguely imagined a newborn chick that had fallen from a nest, struggling to survive on its own. It gasped, hanging on to a thread of hope, yet detesting where the thread hung.
言わなきゃいけないか。
Do you really want to know? Alice nodded sharply.
じゃあ言うけど、別に深い考えがあったわけじゃない。単に寝た子を起こすのは良くないだろう。
Yeah. Fine. But it's not especially meaningful or anything. I just think it's rude to wake someone who's asleep.
冗談は聞いてないわ
That's simple. I have no time for jokes.
It is though.
冗談じゃない。
It is
眠
though.
っているのなら、
It actually
それまでいいと思
is.
ったんだ。話はしたいけど、それはまた目が覚めた次の機会にするべきだって。
That is the truth. Or that is the truth. I thought I should let you sleep. I really wanted to talk, but I decided to wait until the next time we saw each other.
随分と悠長なのね
Like the only reason I would wake someone is if they needed to be somewhere. But I don't know
Yeah.
that, so. Or if they're like sleeping in a place that's not safe for them to sleep. How sweet of you. Or how sweet of you. That reminds me. Uncle's protection over you ends today, doesn't it? Oh no.
私に取り入る機会はこれが最後なのに
Mm-hmm. That makes this your last chance to win me over.
それともあれだけ忠告されておいてまだ何も分かっていないの
He's
So,
just say no because he
Have
hasn't.
you or have you not
What
learned your
lesson?
lesson? He had not. He had not. He didn't even get to say it. The narrator said it. He swore to her, agreed to her terms, and gone as far as to sit face to face with her to get to know her. Surely, he thought, this is enough to escape death. And she believed, as a mage, that his naive goodwill and simple-mindedness were all the reason she needed to execute him. Oh. Trivial misunderstandings would only make things worse at this point.
そりゃ何もわからないよ。魔術とか魔法とか。
What lesson?
たった数日でわかるもんか。
I love this. He's so honest. What lesson? What am I supposed to have learned? All this magic and magecraft stuff was way over my head.
はっきりしているのは、アリスも青崎も言ったことはきっちり守るってことだけだ。
All I know is I've done everything you and Aosaki have asked of me.
ならどうして？
Then why? Her gaze said what she really wanted to ask. She wanted to know, why did he not beg for his life? She knew the answer. She saw the look on his face when he turned to leave without so much as trying to wake her. A look of resignation. What on earth had it meant?
どうしてって、そう言われても困る。
Sorry, just a second. What do you expect me to say?
そうだな。機会が訪れなかったのなら、それはそういうことだと思ったのかもしれない。
I thought if the opportunity didn't present itself, then so be it.
君の寝顔はそれぐらい、なんていうか、判断に困った。青崎とは違う意味で、簡単には関われないと思ったんだ。
When I saw you sleeping again, I didn't know what to do. You're not exactly the easiest people to approach, you and Aosaki. Though Aosaki is a little different. Sojiro struggled to find the right words, but he said what he was feeling in the moment anyway. He'd seen a sleeping witch of the wood who clearly needed someone's help, yet sought the help of no one.
そう。でも、しずきくんは関わろうとしているのね。
But here you are trying to approach me anyway.
その機会は訪れなかったの。
Even though the opportunity never presented itself.
機会はやってきたよ。なんで、こっちも今日ぐらいは自分の勝手にして無茶をしたくなったんだ。
What?
I was
Oh.
just laughing at him.
But it did. That's why I decided to do things my way today, even if nothing could go right to begin with.
しずきくんの言う通りなら、私はあなたを拒絶するしかないのに。
You talk as though
Very
you always
Alco of him.
expected me to reject you.
まあ、そこが難しいところなんだけど。
Yeah, I guess it's hard to explain. Sojiro glanced at the entrance. Okay, who's coming through that door? Who's coming through that door? Someone's coming through that door. That's why it...
Just progress it.
He had no reason to. He just felt an urge to do so. I actually didn't feel myself click the wrong one, so I actually thought for a second like someone was gonna come through.
多分、そこを解決したがってるのは俺だけじゃないと思うよ。
I doubt I'm the only one who'd like to see the situation solved. He muttered as if speaking to himself, but it was clearly meant for her to hear. Alice knew full well how poorly he had understood the situation. Oh, all of this was one giant misunderstanding on his part. His tiny gesture of goodwill, pitiful and pure, resembled that of someone reaching out to help a dying kitten. For Alice, doing so would be akin to clutching the thorns of a rose. She felt pain in her chest for the first time in quite some while.
けど、私はあなたの同居を認めてはいないわ。
I still don't want you in the mansion. She addressed the floor at her feet to avoid showing him how she truly felt. If he had seen that her face looked just the way Alco's had earlier.
だろうな。それはきっと今は解決できない問題だ。
I'm sure you don't, and I doubt that'll change anytime soon.
でもそのうち何かの気まぐれであっさり終わるものかもしれない。だからその時までアリスはずっと俺を嫌っていていいんだと思う。
But that doesn't mean we can't work something out. It's okay if you keep hating me in the meantime. Her gasp of breath was like a response in and of itself. To suggest she could keep hating him. She had once wished to hear those words so dearly. If only this once.
大体だぞ。アリスだけじゃなく、青崎も同居を認めてない節があるじゃないか。
Oh my god, Sono-G. I mean, you're not the only one. That goes for Aozaki too. I don't think she wants me here either.
だから認めてもらうなんて意気込み自体が間違いなんだ。どうあっても俺は青崎や君たちとは違うんだし。
Expecting to feel welcomed would be a big mistake on my part. We're fundamentally different people, and that's never going to change.
となると、あとは我慢してもらうしかない。
I just want you to tolerate me.
難しい話だけど、一緒にいても邪魔にならないぐらいなら、その可能性は上がらないか？
I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a way I could live here without bothering you too much? Thinking that of course it was possible. But if that were easy, none of this would have been necessary in the first place. Alice nodded in agreement. There was no way he could have planned for things to work out this well. But his plan had in fact had worked, if inadvertently, from the moment the conversation began.
例えば、あなたが隣にいても眠っていられるぐらいに。
You mean so that I can sleep undisturbed, even with you sitting right next to me?
そうだね。例えばの話。
Sure. Why not? That smile, that fucking smile. Beaming, Sojourner stood up and left the foyer. Alice did not stop him this time. Lead 3 orders of takeout deliveries. Holy fuck.
Oh my god, that's right!
Oh my god, that scene though. Holy you missed 2 cry counts, by the way.
Yeah, well, I was kind of caught up in the scene myself.
Mm-hmm.
You missed a hydrate, by the way.
Oh no, I'm out of water.
Well, we should probably take a quick break here at 9:11. It's 9:12. Just to go get some water.
Weird time. Yeah, and I need a tissue. I need a fucking tissue. Holy shit. Hi. Well, we're back. Wait, did we say we're gonna be back after a specific time? I have water now.
I don't think we set a specific time. Did we check the messages?
I don't think so.
No,
Wait,
like the DMs.
messages? Is he? God, this was such a good scene. He just says things. And
Yep.
it's like, sometimes that's what you need to do.
Quite often you just need
talk
to
about
actually
things.
communicate.
Communication is very important. And it's terrifying. Like, I've been through so many situations where I thought it was going to be a whole big thing, and then we just talk about it, and it's fine.
For that day, at least.
Yep. It's not always fun, but sometimes it is. And it's better to have tried than not, you know?
Yeah.
He had a newfound spring in his step as he headed to work. But something gave him a moment's pause.
実際覗き見は趣味が悪いと思う
The bird. It's just Hanazawa's. It's not nice to spy on people. He complained aloud to make sure a certain someone heard him. Bird. Wait, is my voice really gonna give out here? No.
No! Really?
Hold on. Also, my headset died. I can't hear anything.
No.
Hold on, let me cough real quick. Hold on. Okay. Alright, I think we're good for a little longer.
Get the honey? Get the honey?
Yep, I've been using the honey.
Oh, shit. You've already been using the honey.
No, I just started using it.
Oh, okay.
No more than 2 minutes had passed since Sojiro left the mansion when a long-haired figure came creeping into the foyer. Aoko Ozaki had been just outside the entire time. Eavesdropping. It was Aoko, not the bird. It wasn't the bird. It wasn't the bird. It wasn't the bird.
帰ってたの
When did you get home? With a sullen glare, Alice addressed the interloper.
The intruder? Interloper.
I said interloper. Oko was shivering from head to toe after standing in the cold for so long. She deemed gloves an abomination and refused to wear them except in the most extreme colds. As a result, her slender fingers were pitifully swollen and red. Ah, a sore thumb!
Sticking out like a swollen thumb.
Also, she doesn't wear gloves. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It makes sense. They're kind of restrictive and annoying sometimes.
Looking over at the
He did!
thing.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, he
yeah.
did! And it didn't change anything.
ちょっと前にねそれでどうだったのアリスずいぶんと話してたみたいだけど
Don't know. A while ago. Anyway, how'd it go? You two were talking for so long.
She looked strangely elated as she blew on her hands to warm them. I'm just thinking about how well... Like, this is Sojiro's plan from the start, too. He was just gonna talk to her.
Yup.
You don't need to do all this fancy prep or... I have this problem really bad, actually.
Yup.
Just talk to people like people. I need to start doing...
Yes, you do.
Holy fuck. It keeps happening! How come How come every Nazi fan always has things that are immediately relevant to my life?
Because it's parables. It's the Bible. It's the better version.
It is. It is. So I just realized how important that was for me to hear. Alice was not fooled at all by Alco's facade, clear from the ill-tempered look she wore on her face.
あなたがここまで過保護とは思わなかったわ。
I never expected you to be so overprotective.
意地？それとも義務？
Or did you do it out of stubbornness or obligation?
どっちかっていうと成り行きね。
Oh, please. I was just going with the flow.
Remember when I tried to voice Alco and it didn't work? At all.
Yeah, you'd be too flustered to voice her.
What are you talking
どうだ
about?
この結果は。気に食わなかったら実力行使に出るって言ってたじゃない。
What are you talking about?
Seriously. Where'd they go? You told me you'd resort to force if he made you mad.
Alice's
told
mood
me
was
you'd
going
resort to
darker
force
and
if he made you
darker
mad.
the Alice's mood was going darker and darker the longer she had to look at Alco's tearful posturing. It all went back to their dinner together the previous night. After everything that had happened in the foyer, Alice was both more suspicious and intrigued by Sojiro than ever before. She insisted that Alco let him walk home alone the next day. He's so sick. Very brain activated for a second there. She then used a concoction to fake her slump. Oh my god!
So that she could watch him
Oh my
and what he
god!
was doing. And if he had chosen to do something different that day, she would have viewed it as him doing something wrong.
God, that's incredible! She is a witch after all! She then used the concoction to fake her slumber and recreate the same scene as the previous day. That portion of her plan went well, but the rest had veered totally off course. It did not help to know that her roommate had savored every moment of it from the other side of the wall, either. To make matters worse, Alice was frustrated at herself for letting such trivial matters bother her. She stared at the teacup still sitting on the floor. Her pale finger traced its cold rim.
青子の言う通り、害にはならない人ね。
True. And as he said, he is harmless.
あくまで今のところの話だけど。
For the time being. She forced a tone of indifference in order to hide her irritation with her apprentice. It was in this moment that Sojiro's fate was decided.
あら、それだけ？アリスにしては長く話してたのに。
That's it? You were talking for what seemed like forever. Oh my god, your eyes are so big.
I love you. Your voice is really good, you know. Relentless. I'll continue to a line of question. It's so fucking cringe.
I love you so much. You're so cute.
I love you. You're so cute. Alice only stared back icily.
青子、あなた、隠していたわね。
Uncle, I know you were eavesdropping. She voiced her displeasure at Alco's behavior in no uncertain terms. Suddenly, the air in the just removed the F, because it was used to pay respects. Suddenly, the air in the foyer felt cold as ice. They stared at one another, trying to guess the other's next move.
さすがね。よくそこに気がついたもんだわ。でも、こればかりは譲れないのよ。
So you did notice. This doesn't change anything about our deal. I hope that's clear.
Aoko widened her stance and glared at Alice.
何もすべて奪うとは言っていないわ。そうね。あなたにも3割ぐらいは回すつもり。
I'm a reasonable person, Aoko. It's fine with me if you take 30%. Completely unperturbed by Aoko's warlike posturing, a simple look was all Alice needed to keep her roommate in check.
10が3に化けちゃちょっと黙ってらんないわね。
30% of the food? Or
30% of rent?
The... Oh my god.
Are they gonna charge him rent? Is that it?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they're gonna charge him rent! They're gonna charge him rent!
Down from all of it? Ha!
Aoko.
Not a chance.
No, Aoko, don't be a landlord, please.
高望みは命取りよ、青子。
Fly too high and you might lose those wings, Aoko. Alice remained calm and dignified, not moving a muscle.
Try going down on that Alco.
No! 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 Which fell in love with capitalism. Is that actually what it is? Yep! It was! Oh my god! I was joking! Pseudo-populist tricks! Yeah! Of course. It felt like hours had passed as the two stared at each other in silence. Like, I said it as partially a joke, and then I was like, no, that's it, isn't it? That's it! Aoko was grinding her teeth in frustration. Because when Sojuro brought up rent, they were like, wait, rent? We could be getting money for this? At this rate, their alliance would be in tatters before they even confronted their foe. And worst of all, she knew Alice had the upper hand. Yep, there it is!
Cheapskate.
It's about money. Aoko accepted her defeat with a tsk.
悔しいけど、アリスが6。私が4で手を打つわ。
Oh, because
Fine.
it's Alice's mansion.
You get 60, I get 40.
I pained her to settle for less. Aoko, or Alice nodded in satisfaction.
そうね。家主は私だけど、彼を招いたのは青子だから。その代わり、
No, they're landlords! No! Very well. But I'm the head of the house, and you're the one who brought him here. So it's your job to collect rent. Oh my god.
Except, hold on. No, wait. Hold on.
Huh?
Didn't they say they were renting this place?
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Wait, but if
That's
they're renting it,
less-
how are they collecting rent? Yeah! It's just like, you live here now! Pay up!
Fine. This sucks. I should have gone into alchemy instead. Then all my problems would be solved.
Yeah, just convert some coal into gold. No human souls required.
そうでもないわ。彼らバブルが弾けて大変だって話よ。
Not really. Not even alchemists are immune to market downturns. Almost. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh.
I thought they were talking about mages renting their land,
Oh,
but I
but
thought they
like-
also mentioned in an offhand comment that they rented the,
Maybe Elko did?
maybe?
From Alice? Because
I could have
I
sworn
mean, I
I thought
got-
they mentioned that they didn't even directly own the
mansion.
manor themselves.
Al spoke with the confidence of someone with first-hand experience of such matters. Yet, Elko only nodded absent-mindedly in response. She's known about capitalism the whole time. Their bitter fight was over how to split the take of Sojiro's wrench, now that he was officially going to move in. Whether he wanted to or not. It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess I thought that maybe
that's
her
why I assumed that she
dad
owned
was
it,
still
'cause-
alive or something. But
Not the most becoming of not the most becoming quarrel for a pair of mages. Forcing a boy to live with them and then demanding he pay rent was beyond extortion. It was truly vicious. I love this.
yeah, no, this is absolutely Nasu's just financial dom fantasy.
What the fuck? No, it's not.
Okay, imagine for a second that Ellis and Alco kidnapped you and then forced you to pay rent to live with them.
What the fuck? I love
They kidnapped you by shrinking you into a bottle, then arguing over you, towering over you. Then they popped you out, gave you a room in the attic with a beautiful view of the stars, and then forced you to give them all of your money.
It's not the worst life in the world.
Yep, that's totally what Nasu did then.
No. You're so mean. I love you.
I love you.
Also, I still really want to see the stars again. We have to go do that someday.
Yeah,
Please.
of course. Since we're even discussing this, I assume that means you've accepted its presence in the mansion?
Alko was triumphantly satisfied with herself.
Oh my god, you're so flustered.
You're pathetic! No, my headset!
彼を結界で捕捉しなかった責任があ
I
る
almost flashed it off again. The only thing I've accepted is my responsibility for not catching him with the bounded field in the park that night. What is up with that, by the way? It's gotta be the shroud, right? It's gotta be the shroud.
I assume it's based around the fact that it catches people by like not making them think that anything is up with what's going on, and he had a different set of common sense anyway, right?
Also, of course, everyone lived in Shiro's house for free. That's the most Shiro move imaginable.
Why would you make people pay when you could instead help them?
I would simply help them. It's
Exactly.
great. The only... But yeah, no, it's a shroud. It's definitely a shroud. It's definitely a shroud. The shroud of wear-awareness. I mean, it's not as if I can blame it all on you and your promise to him.
約束
Oh, that promise?
Alko looked up at the ceiling, as though she recalled the night at the amusement park. Only a week at most had passed since then, but Alko already felt that Sojiro's fate and her own had become intrinsically linked. Or perhaps they had been connected by fate since the moment they'd met. She could not see into the future, so there was no way to know for sure.
ま、縁とか運とかはともかく
That scarf is so good.
Destiny
That
and
scarf
fate
design
aside.
is so good.
縁 変だけどいいやつよね、あいつ。
He's not a bad egg. Besides being weird, I mean.
He got blown up by a bad egg. I thought uttered to herself in self-confirmation more than to Alice. You damaged me emotionally.
What? By making you think of those two forcing you to give them all of your money?
No! Not the... No! Hydrate! No.
Oh, so, it was something else then.
Alice could only...
I forgot that earlier.
Alice could only look on in annoyance. Perhaps it was an attempt to voice her displeasure at the comment. Her comment.
あの傷を知ってる?
Please, injury? Oh, they're talking about it! They're talking about it! Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Do you
is
know
she
about
trying
his
to manipulate Alco
Alco?
into, revealing that she cares about him? Just to screw with her?
傷?
She's dropping this plot point.
Oh my god. Wait, she doesn't know. Can she not see it? Okay.
Injury? Not injury.
Alice raised her slender fingers to her mouth as if to push the words back in. She had blurted it out in the heat of the moment. A secret that no one else was supposed to know. But that which was one that couldn't keep to herself.
Hmm?
Alco tilted her head in confusion. I see. Alice looked relieved for some reason. Her sudden apathy towards... antipathy?
Antipathy.
Antipathy. I said the word earlier! Her sudden antipathy towards Alco had dissipated as well.
幸せな人.
Ignorance is bliss, I suppose, said Alice as she took a sip of her cold tea. No, wait, I just had a thought. What if the injury is slowly killing him? Is that why you kept telling me that he could die?
Bliss, wouldn't it?
Is that why you kept telling me that he could die?
Either that or I was just fucking with you.
I don't even know what to believe anymore, which is the whole point.
Exactly.
No. I don't want him to die. If he dies, then a part of me will die too. If anyone here dies, a part of me will die too. Because every Gnostic protagonist is me in some way. She made no attempt to explain who was fortunate or why. A moment later, her beautiful face contorted in revulsion. Yuck. She abandoned the cup to the floor once more. This is not good tea. Her black dress unceremoniously scrunched up as she stood. Just one sip of the underbrewed tea sent her fleeing to the drawing room to remove the bad taste from her mouth. As soon as she was gone, Akko hesitatingly took the teacup in her own hands. It was almost certainly better left untasted, but she could not help but wonder how Sojida's tea could arouse such strong response. After one small sip, she returned it quietly to the floor.
だからティーバッグにしろって言ったのに、あのバカ。
Wait, didn't he?
I don't think... No, I guess he used a different kind of leaves. I love it.
Yep, he should have
This
used
is a
the
good
tea bags
stream.
like I told him to. Dummy.
This is a very good stream. The expression on her face was nearly identical to that of her roommates. No, Holy shit, we have archives now.
Yeah. Important question though. How's your voice holding up?
Yeah, no, I wanna. I think we should end here because my voice is dying.
Yeah, I assume you don't want to end, but you need to.
Yeah, basically. I'm gonna work on my Alice voice a little because the one I'm using is very straining.
Yeah.
It got me to this point way quicker than it otherwise
Wait,
would.
what? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Extra
Oh, the
chapter.
archive?
And
Yeah.
are you for real?
What?
That's the next chapter name that we're not gonna
Oh,
look at.
oh my god,
That's
it
the
is!
next
Are you
chapter.
for real? That's incredible. Alright, so we'll be on next week, normal times, and we are actually looking to come back with a full schedule soonish, maybe next week. Oh my god, why is Full of Death resubbed? Holy shit.
That happens
it's like
so rarely.
Stop it! I love you.
That tells me that I got the hair better this time.
They're drawing Akko, so her hair is actually really hard to draw, by the way.
Yeah, especially from a three-point perspective.
There's a... Oh, no! Also, let me just end the Discord thing so it looks... No! You have to make me blush now. It's not that hard.
Oh, flirtatious stun lock, huh? Do you enjoy mocking me?
No. It's just like the fact it's a repeat. I'm getting deja vu. I love you.
I love you. Cute little girl. I could just eat you up. You're so cute.
What the fuck? I love you.
I was going for like old grandma made young.
What the fuck? Also, here's my Akko heart. Oh, when the filter off so it doesn't look like a demon. Wait, it didn't work. There we go. I'm working on another one. Of a scene that made me cry. You thought the eyes were red? Oh, thank you! Yeah, I just tried to do my favorite expression of hers. I basically had a filter on to try to get rid of the white background.
Wait, is that your favorite expression? Or is this?
Oh, that one. The smirk. The smirk is really nice. Wait, the PNG? Oh, just wait, this image. The smug Elko. The smug Elko espresso.
Oh, the TH, yeah, it's random.
Oh god, you meant her eyes were... Oh, like she smoked too much weed.
Hey, Sono-G. How's it going?
So...
But yeah, Toby Morrow. Do you know that guy is actually just really cool? Like he's like chill, if you know what I mean.
Why could I actually see him smoking weed?
The eyes? Oh, it's magic stuff. You wouldn't. It's magecraft stuff. You wouldn't understand.
I could see Toby Morrow smoking weed. I don't know why. I just couldn't. So...
Sono-G, come here. I have a secret I'd like to share with you. But first, I have to know. Are you cool, Sono-G?
Oh my god. Alright, we should
I
probably
mean, are
end
you
them.
chill? Are you down with it?
Oh my god.
Why would I expect you to get any of that? Listen, I have a plant to share with you, but you can't tell anyone about this.
Sono-G. Yeah,
But yeah,
so do we have
anyway,
anything
Wednesdays and
7.
Thursdays, 7 p.m. CST. Mahoyo. A 7 p.m. CST is mainly when we try a name for things. We're
Maybe
taking the
something on Monday?
Terraria streams off for now. Like, officially.
Yeah.
Just because, like, lots of stuff. They might come back eventually. More of a challenge form. It's just easier. It gives her more area to actually, like, focus on the game and learning and stuff.
Also, it's kind of it's important to have things you do off stream, you know?
Yes, extremely. Hey, any streamers watching this, keep a life off stream too.
It's very important. Incredibly important. I keep forgetting this. I have, like, so many games that I haven't played because I'm saving them. Speaking of those games, so there's a chance we'll start DMC 5 next week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll start it soon. Probably on a Tuesday, right?
Maybe? I don't remember when Dustbin.
It's not on a Tuesday.
When we talked about doing Dustbin. It might be Tuesday, it might be
I mean,
Monday, I don't remember.
There's a very easy way to check that. And I'm about to
Wait, when did we do it?
7 p.m. on Monday.
That's when we did it?
That's when it's scheduled for in the event.
Oh, okay. Right, because we did it on a Tuesday, and then it needed to be moved from a Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah. So, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Sorry for the slightly shorter one. We'll be doing a little better next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Have a good one.